Howie, let's look at some individuals coming up tonight. We've got Mark Howe playing, and of course the hard-working Andre Lacroix.
Well, Howe was Rookie of the Year in the World Hockey Association last year, and for a teenager, he's just an amazing hockey player. Lacroix, a wizard with the stick and the puck, added checking to his game Tuesday night, and it certainly helped.
And a couple of prominent Soviet players, Alexander Gusev, number 2, and Alexander Maltsev, number 10.
I think the big fella on the left, number 2, Gusev, is by far their best defenseman. He's big, strong, smart, got a great shift, and he can be mean and shoot the puck. Maltsev can fly. He's a tremendous playmaker and a good checker.
Well, the other night on the first game in Quebec, the man on the left, Rejan Houle, had some great scoring chances. The man on the right got some penalties, Paul Schmier.
Well, Houle, his check in Hermanov Tuesday, I think is the talk of the hockey world, and he had, as you said, 2 great scoring chances, and he skates very well. Schmier plays the point in the power play, tough in front of the net, and moves the puck well.
All right, the referee tonight is Tom Brown of Canada, the linesman, Valentin Nikolsov of Russia, and Doug Robb of Canada. The Canadian team is going to start with Serge Bernier coming out to center ice. Houle on the right side, Mahovlich on the left. For the Soviet Union, it is Petrov at center on the face-off, winning it. And Mahovlich plays it ahead in the center ice zone. Number 6 is Vasiliev. Across the ice it goes to Gusev. Harlamov, the dangerous Valery Harlamov, number 17, drops it into the middle, and it goes out of play in the first 15 seconds here of Game 2 at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. How about the ovation they gave Gordie Howe at the outset? Standing ovation here. Tremblay 3 and Stapleton 12 are the Team Canada defensemen. This is Pat Stapleton now in the corner, being tied up by Mikhailov. Along the boards, works it free to Frank Mahovlich. Canada trying to work that puck out. Over on this side for Mahovlich, having trouble. Gets it out to center now. Houle feeding it ahead to Bernier. Bernier getting set. He shoots wide. Tremblay controlling it on the point, but the Russians bring it right back out to center ice. And J.C. Tremblay gives it to center Serge Bernier, number 21, in behind Gerry Cheevers in goal. Stapleton. Mahovlich at center ice. Right side for Rejan Houle. Cutting in front. Bernier shoots and puts that hangs on. First good scoring chance of the game, and again, Tretiak had the answer.
I think you have to watch this great pass here that Mahovlich made, and then here, watch the Russian defense. When we get this replay for you, they just turned and let Bernier go right through the middle. Look at here. Bernier's home free and skated right between the Russian defense.
From the face-off, Sagankov plays it around beside his goal to the far boards to Alexander Yakashev. Yakashev getting it across the line, a late pass. The Soviets fail to keep it in. On the left side, here comes Mike Walton across the Soviet line. Walton shooting, blocked by Tretiak. Bruce McGregor, a centering pass. Rick Smith has it now. Behind the goal for Mike Walton. Walton put it out in front at number 15. Yakashev was there to break it up for the Soviet Union. Now on the right side, this is Maltsev. Maltsev works the corner against Schmier. Far side it goes. Yakashev away from McGregor. Passing it back, plays whistle down. Is going to be the first penalty of the hockey game.
I think what really you should be looking for here, Tarasov in his book said that the Russians pass with deceit, which means they don't look where they're passing. And already I've seen 2 passes. One just made here, this pass right here made out of the corner by their great left winger Yakashev was a blind pass, and Hermanov right off the top of the game made a blind pass. If the Russians continue to make that type of pass, we should get quite a few breaks from it.
The Team Canada penalty, the first of this game, is going to go to Rick Smith. And the announcement is being made now.
Rick Smith.
Back on the point,
2 minutes
this is
for
Liapkin.
elbowing.
It's an elbowing penalty. Sagankov slap shot. That is blocked. Team Canada now shorthanded. Bobby Hull with Lacroix and Stapleton out to kill the penalty. Bobby Hull rags that puck and shoots it down the ice into the Russian zone. This is Yuri Liapkin, number 5.
Okay.
Yakashev inside the blue line. Drops it back for Maltsev. Maltsev waiting to make his play around behind the goal. Back on the point. Liapkin's shot blocked by Gerry Cheevers. J.C. Tremblay comes up with it. Clears to the line. Held in by Sagankov. Loose puck bouncing around there. And Cheevers has it. Hangs on.
Let's watch this great play by Cheevers. He really juggles it. That puck is hot. If he hadn't come up with it, look at the big left winger right there. Hey, look at the action in front of that net. Oh, we got something going. You're not going to stand in front of that net too long tonight.
Yakushev waiting there to pounce on it, but Cheevers held on. And now Canada with 1:12 left in Rick Smith's penalty. Bruce McGregor on the faceoff right to Cheevers, and he'll hold once more. That Soviet power play is devastating. May take them a full minute and 59 seconds to make it productive, but they quite often do. Team Canada digging in now. Back on the right side, Vasiliev's shot on the point was handled off to the corner. Gusev plays it down, broken up by Paul Henderson and shot down the ice for Team Canada. 55 seconds remaining in Smith's penalty now. This is Gusev. Right side pass for Petrov in the center ice area for the Soviet Union. With Harlamov across the line, takes his own pass. Back to Harlamov. Gusev getting set. Drifts it in front, wide. Tremblay. Tremblay leaving it for Henderson. Now for Pat Stapleton, golfing it around the boards. The Soviets cannot hang on. It's beyond Vasiliev and back across center ice. 25 seconds left now in Rick Smith's penalty. Down goes number 60, no call. Petrov. 17 is Harlamov on the right side. Hits the Canadian line. Offside was number 16, Petrov. Great action here. Great tension here for Game 2 in Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Team Canada will change now with 17 seconds to go in the Rick Smith penalty. Gordie Howe is coming out. Mark Howe will be on the left side. In fact, Mark Howe will take the face-off. The defense pair remains. Stapleton 12 and Tremblay 3. For the Soviets, number 22, Anyson lost the draw. Mark Howe playing it inside the Soviet blue line. Now about 10 seconds left in Smith's penalty. Left side, the Soviets start out at center ice. Anyson inside the Team Canada line. Stapleton over on the left boards. Held in by Luchenko. His shot. That was blocked in front by J.C. Tremblay. Smith is out. The teams are back at full strength once again. With about 4 minutes gone here in period 1 of Game 2, there is no score. Boldenov, number 24, body there by Ralph Backstrom. Stapleton with Gordie Howe inside the line, broken up by number 3, Luchenko. Now this is Anyson, number 22 for the Soviets. Anyson with Lebedev. In front of the goal, a shot just wide. The backhander by Lebedev going just wide of that goal post. Mark Howe. Pat Stapleton. Up to Mark Howe. Cross to Ralph Backstrom ahead to number 9, Gordie Howe. Backstrom cruising instead of Mark Howe. He scores! Backstrom!
By Howe. Just a tremendous pass by Gord to his son. And look at here. And again, the key here is Backstrom skated between the Russian defense. No one made a stick on him.
Ralph Backstrom and the two Howes give Canada a 1-0 lead. Less than 5 minutes into the opening period here at Maple Leaf Gardens in Game 2. Now here's Backstrom again, working inside the Soviet line. Number 5, Lyapkin digs it free and gets it out to center ice. This is Shadrin, 19, turned around, shot handled by Cheevers. Bumping in the corner for it. The near boards, Backstrom trying to get it free, finally comes out across the blue line. Maltsev covering up with a rink-wide pass across to number 5, Lyapkin. Right side pass missed for the Soviets. Played cagily by Mark Howe, then he lost the puck. Back to Brad Selwood. Rejan Houle, number 5. Ricky Lee, number 2. Selwood and Lee, the Team Canada defense pair right now. Mark Howe, rink side across to Bernier, into Rejan Houle. Oh, behind him, still there. Rebound, and it's stopped by Tretiak. The puck was just an inch behind him, and now they're roughing it up in front of the Soviet goal.
Once again, Canada gets a 2-on-1 break. Look at here, just a tremendous pass, but it couldn't hang on to it. Hit the heel of a stick and slid off. But look at Tretiak hold his feet. Tretiak had tremendous discipline here to stay on his feet, and again in front of that net, the elbows and sticks are flying. Here's the pass off the heel of the stick. Just too bad he couldn't keep it up in the center of the stick, and maybe we'd have had a real good play on that Tretiak. As it was, he made a good save. Look at that check.
Soviets break out now. Number 16, Petrov to Harlamov. It is offside of the Team Canada blue line. Yes, Howie, very nearly a 2-0 hockey game. They've played about 5.5 minutes, and Team Canada has the one goal scored by Backstrom from the two Howes. 4:31 was the time. Bernier wins the faceoff, as Canada has done rather consistently throughout this series. Vasiliev. Bernier picks it up, gave the puck away to Harlamov. Look out, he's shot wide. Right side, chance for Petrov. Across the left boards for Gusev. Keeps it in. Poole lost his stick and then gets some help. Finally cleared out to center ice to Frank Mahovlich. The Soviets pounce on him, and Mikhailov comes up with it. It is called offside right there at the Team Canada blue line, with now 6 minutes gone in a 1-0 game in favor of Team Canada. There's 13, Boris Mikhailov, a veteran of this USSR national hockey team. The Soviet commentator there is Nikolai Ozerov. He works right from rinkside in every arena in which he broadcasts. There he is down alongside the Soviet bench here in Maple Leaf Gardens. Bobby Hull, after the face-off, a little entanglement there, and they whistle it down again, offside. What a game Bobby Hull put in Quebec City on Tuesday. 2 goals, 1 assist. He leads all scorers in this series. Billy Harris, the man who put this team together, must be feeling very satisfied right now in the very early stages of the second summit confrontation. Number 29 is Kotov for the Soviet Union. Being checked by Johnny McKenzie. Gets it ahead to Kapustin. Kapustin shot right on, and Cheevers holds it for a faceoff.
Bobby Hull losing the stick here. Bobby Hull was on the fly, but watch this fella shoot the puck with a wrist shot. Right at Cheevers, but Cheevers closed the hole between his legs as he went down and come up with it.
Kuznetsov, another drive directly on Cheevers. And he's taking no chances, Howie. He will not give that puck away. He'll hang on every time. As the Soviets are buzzing around the net. There is the coach of the USSR, Boris Kuligin. Konstantin Loktev and Vladimir Yurzanov are his 2 assistant coaches. Now, from the face-off, up the boards, Bobby Hull works it across the Team Canada blue line. Kotov comes up with it, a pass to Maltsev. Left side relay for Kapustin. Now Bobby Hull with it. J.C. Tremblay as the Soviets change on the go. Out comes number 10, Maltsev, across the blue line. Getting set, his shot. Kicked out by Gerry Cheevers all the way back to center ice. Luchenko to Kuznetsov. It's tangled up there on the boards with Lacroix, one of the big diggers in this series for Team Canada. Real hustling center, number 7. Now Sergei Kapustin. Missed a check there. Swings it away inside the line for Kotov, too far. Tremblay behind his goal to Bobby Hull. Hull right side for Johnny McKenzie. With Lacroix and Tremblay ahead to Lacroix inside the line. Stick check there by number 5. Held in. Bobby Hull looking for a pass out. Can't get it away. Canada putting more pressure on the USSR. Tremblay in the Soviet corner. Lacroix shot. Missed a chance. That pass behind Kapustin, but now he breaks out with it. Lead pass to Maltsev. Maltsev taken down. They carry on with Kotov. Centering it across. Backhander blocked by Cheevers. Rebound. He'll hang on again.
Here it comes again, and a good pass. But this one here is into the Russians' feet. Now, I think what you should be looking for is look at the number of times that the Russians are making bad passes behind the pass receiver and also into the pass receiver's feet. Something has to be doing that, and I think the body, the Canadian body, has a little.
Number 11, Lebedev gets it in front of chance for Shadron. Finally picked up by Paul Henderson, who got it across, but not out of his own zone. The Soviets keep it in. Shadran's shot goes around the boards wide. But now Team Canada begins to move up. Here is Paul Henderson. Right side he has Walton. The shot to the corner. Controlled by number 5, Lyapkin. The Soviets come out. Henderson breaks that play up. Gives it back to Ricky Lee. Across to Brad Selwood. Down the boards for Bruce McGregor. He lets it go to Walton inside. Walton was turned around by Sagankov. They're going to jam the puck there and finally freeze it. With about 8.5 minutes gone in period 1, and Team Canada on top, 1-0. Serge Bernier on faceoffs has won 4 tonight, 75% accuracy in winning the draw. And this is where the team has been very strong, winning faceoffs against the Soviet Union. The only goal from Backstrom, Mark, and Gordie Howe. A chance now for McGregor. Back to Ricky Lee, winding up. And the catch made by Tretiak in the Soviet goal.
Just watch Canada win the draw here. And the pass is made back to the point. Now look at the screen. And also anything tipped in comes right through between the players. With Walton's right there looking for the rebound. It didn't come.
And he gets the face-off across to Bruce McGregor, but it's broken up by Valeri Harlamov, being back-checked ferociously by Paul Henderson. They turn back now at center ice with Petrov in control. Petrov, a long shot. That is blocked at the blue line. Back to the Soviet zone it goes, and the stick of Valery Vasiliev, number 6. Vasiliev across. Petrov is turned around but carries on, being checked now by Selwood. They pile up, and they'll freeze it. Well, our records show on the game recorder tonight, our computerized system, that Team Canada has made 23 physical checks so far in this hockey game. The time of that first goal was 4:31, and that's the only goal so far. Here's a shot from the point, handled easily by Gerry Cheevers. Paul Schmier gets it up to Ralph Backstrom. Harlamov breaks it up. Rick Smith going after it with Harlamov. Ahead to Houle. Houle battling for it down the boards. Gets it inside the blue line. And finally against Gusev, they stop the play. Referee is Tom Brown of Canada for this second game of the 74 series. In 72, the Soviets, of course, won Game 1 in Montreal 7-3. This time it was a 3-all tie. And the game in Toronto in that series wound up 4-1 for Team Canada. Right now they lead 1-0. Paul Schmier from the face-off at center ice. The puck is given to the Russian Maltsev. Across the line with Kodev. He was ridden off by Schmier. Back comes Team Canada. Pass too far for Rezhan Houle on the wrong wing, and it's called for icing. They'll bring it back for a face-off to the left of Gerry Cheevers. 10:40 remaining here in the first period. There's Kulagan, the gentleman of the checkered jacket. The expression will never change whether his team scores or Team Canada gets a goal. Remember, all you fans in Winnipeg, Game 3 coming up on Saturday, Game 4 in Vancouver on Monday, as this exciting series goes from east to west. Now here is Paul Schmier behind the Canadian goal. For Mahovlich on the boards, being tied up by Kuznetsov, a rookie defenseman for the Soviets this time, and they produce a face-off.
The Russians continue to throw 2 forecheckers in there, and they try to pick off the puck as the Canadians throw it around the boards. If our forwards didn't move out so far, they wouldn't get checked.
Maltsev against Bernier, and Bernier gets that face-off too. After some hesitation, Soviet defender fell. Schmier at center ice with it, leaves it for Rick Smith. Inside with Bernier. Smith winding, shooting, loose puck, cleared smartly by Tretiak. Centering by Bernier. Behind him, gets it to Frank Mahovlich. Rezhan Houle missed the chance and hopped over his stick. Here's Mahovlich, still loose around the Soviet goal. Batting away at that loose puck and finally cleared away to the corner to Bernier. Bernier out to an open point. Number 8, Kapustin, comes back for the Soviet Union with Kodov. Kapustin shot. Gloved by Cheevers off to the corner. Bumping by Bernier. Big, strong center against Kodov, but it was Bernier who went down. Kuznetsov for Koto. Kapustin lost it to Rezhan Houle. Rezhan Houle almost had a break. The penalty's going to be called here against the Soviets. They don't like it. Number 8, Sergei Kapustin, tying up Rezhan Houle. With the score, Canada won on the... This is Game 2 from Toronto.
All right, here go the Canadians to the attack. We just missed 1 or 2 chances here because of the Russian checking, but they're checking with their sticks. That's Houle going down. The puck now ends up in front of the net. the Russian defensemen are standing there and not taking out the Canadians in front of the net. We'll bring you that highlight in just a moment.
Well, the Team Canada has a power play on now. Kapustin's penalty for interference. He's in the box, and Bobby Hunt, JC, shot. Off Sagankov, rebound and behind. On the Soviet player, and McKenzie now. Center man for the Soviets is Petrov. He's anxious to go. Wins that face-off against Mike Walton. First one Walton was lost clearly in tonight's game. Walton now has it across the line. The pass to Stapleton, breaking it along. He shoots. Trick shot with a great super save there. Right off the opening face-off. Now here is Vasiliev playing it ahead to Harlamov, relaying it inside the line. Petrov's shot deflected. Cheevers handles that. Harlamov with Henderson chasing him, finally gets it out to center ice. Canadians relay it down, and there'll be a face-off in the Canadian zone again next to Gerry Cheevers. Pat Whitey Stapleton, a major force in the early games of this series. A guy who wasn't sure he wanted a second chance at playing the Russians way back in the heat of summer, but like many others, I'm sure now he's glad he did. In fact, the top defense pair undoubtedly has been the experienced combination of Stapleton and J.C. Tremblay. Now we have a Team Canada line change now, just 32 seconds into this second period. Bernier is coming out, along with Frank Mahovlich and Rezhan Houle. And at center ice, Sagankov shoots it down inside the blue line. Mahovlich digs it right out again. Sagankov. Left back there for Yuri Lyapkin. Now number 11, Lebedev. Being chased by Mahovlich. Gets inside the line. Passing to an open wing. Bernier fails to clear it out of there. Shot back down to the corner by 19, Shadrin. Shadrin with it behind the goal. Nobody on that side except Frank Mahovlich. He did not play it out in time. They tie up. The puck comes loose for number 11. Lebedev in front. Weak shot. Was handled easily. It was wide. Puck came high and hit the Soviet player Lebedev. He's going to the bench for repairs. Hit him in the face, I believe. Number 21 now, Bernier. Paul Schmier. Ed for Houle. Taking over is Bernier. He lost it. And on the right side it is Kotov. Passing it across to number 15, Yakushev. Soviets still being held off balance. Their picture plays unable to get formed up here by a forechecking Team Canada 1974. Now this is Lacroix going down the left boards against Kotov. Round behind the goal to Yakushev. Yakushev, far side pass, relayed back to number 29, Kotov. Selwood gets there first and gives the puck to his defense partner, Ricky Lee. Lee shoots it down the ice. And that produces an icing call against Team Canada with a little over 2 minutes gone here in the second period. And the score unchanged from the first, Team Canada 2 and the Soviets nothing. And there is Lebedev, the injured Soviet player who had that puck deflect up and catch him just beside the eye, it appears.
Much better under the circumstances to have lay ice that puck than try to make that pass through the middle and get us into trouble.
Here's Maltsev shooting. Cheevers lost it. It's loose. Whistle is gone. Forcing a face-off. Good scoring chance there for the veteran Alexander Maltsev, denied by Gerry Cheevers. Maltsev with Kapustin. They lose it. Played over on the right side for McKenzie. McKenzie could not reach it. Bobby Hull has it back on the stick of Ricky Lee inside the Canadian line. Now Selwood works to center ice. Feeds it across too far for Lacroix. Hull in the left corner going forward against Kuznetsov. And it's cleared around back to the Team Canada blue line and beyond. Brad Selwood and Ricky Lee, a pair of ex-Toronto Maple Leafs on the ice now on defense. And here's Johnny McKenzie. His pass broken up by Sergei Kapustin. Over to Kotov. Left side relay for Alexander Maltsev. Too far for him. And it's tipped by McKenzie back to center ice for Lacroix with Bobby Hull. 2-on-1. Closing into Bobby Hull. He shoots. He scores!
Russians attacking, and look at them all caught. McKenzie tips it out here. Now watch Lacroix fake the pass. Now he brings the Russian to him, puts it in the air, and Bobby Hull has sense enough to get it up high. That's the spot if you're going to beat Tretiak. Now watch this great pass. Look at him fake. Take it over to his left. Look at the pass in the air, right on the ice. Great play. That's the way to finish him.
Bobby Hull's third goal of the 74 series, and Team Canada leads by a 3-0 score. Lacroix just as happy as Hull with the rest of this team.
Canada goal scored by
Here's
number
the
16, Bobby Howe.
And a chance inside for
Assist,
Marcoux.
number 7, Andre Lacroix. And
This
number
is
6,
Houle.
Brad Selwood.
Lacroix and
time,
Selwood got the
2:50.
assists at 2:50 for Team Canada. Now J.C. Tremblay being watched by Harlamov. He plays it back to Pat Stapleton. Ahead to Houle. Inside the line. Had it taken away by number 2, Alexander Gusev. To the veteran Boris Mikhailov. Across to Vasiliev. Right side. Harlamov kicks it down the board. Slowed up there by Marcoux. And Houle in the corner leaves it for J.C. Tremblay. In turn to Pat Stapleton. And finally out to center ice. Petro just walked away from Marcoux, left the puck for Pat Stapleton. He got mixed up with Houle. It goes inside the line. Now Team Canada will change with the puck in behind the Soviet goal. Team Canada 3, the Soviets nothing. Early in the second period at Maple Leaf Gardens. Here's Valery Harlamov inside the line. Being watched by Tremblay. Centers it. Off Paul Schmier to Petrov. Right in front of the goal. Loose there. Soviets hang on to it. Here's Gusev's shot to the far corner. Harlamov taken off the puck by McGregor. In behind the goal. Team Canada under pressure now at this stage in the second period. Shadron gets tied up. Schmier goes in there. Schmier against Shadron. Now Walton jams, and they'll finally get a face-off to relieve some pressure. Played about 4.5 minutes in the second period with Team Canada leading 3-0.
You've just got to see what's going on. Look at this young Howe right here. Take the Russian. This is the only way to play any hockey game. Right after this, he come back and took Petrov. Maybe a little bit of holding, but the referee was at a bad position. But you have to take the body. Now watch what happens to the Russian players in front of the Canadian net. Selwood made a fantastic play a few moments ago to set up that Hull goal by taking the Russian in front of the net.
Well, Mark had a great teacher. Yakushev. Yakushev now in the Team Canada corner against two of them. Rick Smith wins it. Gets it out to center ice. A lead pass for Mike Walton against Sagankov. Racing down the boards. He was cut down by Sagankov. Crowd hollering for a penalty, and play goes on. They just bumped together, and Walton lost his balance. Yakushev to center ice for the USSR. Inside the line. Relay on the left side. The shot blocked by Gerry Cheevers. Finally on the stick of Paul Schmier. Up to Paul Henderson, who's bumped by Sagankov. And number 19, Vladimir Shadron, plays it in behind where Gerry Cheevers gets it up to Paul Schmier and down the ice. This slow dribbler going right on Tretiak. Little over 5 minutes gone in the second period. 3-0 for Team Canada. Schmier. Pass to Bruce McGregor. Hopped over his stick. The backhand relay across. Chance for Walton. Blocked by Tretiak. Back on the left side for Schmier. He plays it down. Sagankov's body caught that one. The Russians finally work it out to center. This is Rick Smith for Team Canada, shooting it right back down as both sides change on the go now. Sagankov against Houle, tying him up in the corner for a face-off. Pretty good hockey, eh, Howie?
Oh, it sure is. These fellas are playing. Over the years, you hear people say, give me pre-expansion hockey. Look, the modern-day kid can play this game as good as anybody when he has to.
What do you mean, kid? Not too many kids out there.
Oh, yes, they are. They got to be young at heart. Now, come on. And young in legs. Look at them go.
Young in spirit, certainly, and dedicated toward this series against the USSR. Mahovlich off his stick, back for Selwood. That was blocked on a hard shot by Tretiak. Number 29, Kotev, ahead to Maltsev. Played there by Ricky Lee. To Serge Bernier, the big center from the Quebec Nordiques. At center ice, number 12, Kuznetsov. Got checked from behind by Houle. Puck still in there for the Russians, though. Maltsev, and Kuznetsov lost it again. Now here's Rezhan Houle working it up. Pass not quite far enough for Bernier. It would have been offside had he taken the puck. Now here is Maltsev across the line. Had his weak shot deflected by Selwood off to the corner. Brad Selwood, number 6, with it now. To the line, held in by Kuznetsov. Pass to an open corner while Kotov was open. Kotov digs it out. Rezhan Houle wins it, and Houle comes back with Bernier. Sergei Kotar. Rink-wide pass intercepted by Brad Selwood. For Bernier, down to the Soviet corner on the right side. Swings it around in front. Nobody there except number 16, Petrov. Petrov sends Kapustin away. Cheevers away out of his goal, wins the race, and clears it out. Luchenko overskates and almost lost it there. Mikhailov was bumped by Bobby Hull. The Soviets repeatedly being disorganized at center ice before their plays form up. Now here is a call at the Team Canada line. The puck was batted down by a high stick, and they'll face off just inside the blue line.
I think maybe the players like myself are starting to get a little cocky. They're maybe taking a little too much time on the ice, and time again now we're not going after the man with the puck with the body. We're starting to stick check, and we're going to get into trouble unless we stay short shots and take the man.
Shot from the face-off, right on, handled by Cheevers to J.C. Tremblay. Veteran Tremblay out to center ice. Now Gusev to Valery Harlamov, one of the superstars of '72. Harlamov swings across the Team Canada line, being watched by Stapleton, centers it out, and Tremblay played it away to the corner. Picked up by 16, Petrov. Getting set, the relay for Mikhailov. Mikhailov centering it, and now Cheevers pounces on it. There'll be no further play. As McKenzie greets Mikhailov with a hostile gesture in behind the goal.
Watch the finishing of the check here.
Canada goal scored by number 16, Bobby Hull. Assist number 7, Andre Lacroix.
Throws it in front and not a chance. There's nothing but Canadian sweaters there. And they, too, when they do control the puck, often give it to a red sweater instead of a white. And really, there's no excuse for it at all.
They're giving McKenzie an assist on the third goal scored by Bobby Hull, and there'll be another face-off now. Cheevers taking no chances with the Soviets buzzing around his goal crease. By the way, you have the two creases there, the WHA crease and the international hockey crease. And there's Gordie Howe. He's back in street clothes now, and obviously all through for tonight with rib injuries. Tough break for a guy who wanted to play so badly in this series. We're not sure how long he'll be out. Here is McKenzie in the corner against Gusev. Gusev winning it, working it up the boards. Now McKenzie getting it again, being bumped by Gusev, relays it across, intercepted by Mikhailov to Gusev. Now Boris Mikhailov at the Team Canada line. Across to Petrov, to Harlamov, ridden off nicely by Bobby Hull. Tremblay to Lacroix. Left side, back for Tremblay, too far. Hull picks it up. Pass for Lacroix, could not get it to him. And here is Valery Harlamov at the Team Canada line. Fakes the shot. Puck still loose there. Bobby Hull comes up with it. Hull, center ice pass for Lacroix off his stick. And Gusev has it for the USSR with 8.5 minutes gone in the second period, and Team Canada leading 3-0. Harlamov. Lebedev. Lebedev got turned around by himself and gave the puck to Mike Walton. Walton, one-on-one over the Soviet line. In the clears. Taken down is going to be a penalty as Mike Walton was home free. It's a delayed penalty. Play is going right on. Team Canada has pulled the goalie out. Now finally he realizes the official and calls the play. The official let that play go right on.
You know, over the years...
We'll get back in just a moment, Howie, with the score of Canada 3 and the Soviets nothing. This is game 2 from Toronto.
There's a great try here by Walton. And look at this. Yes, it certainly is a penalty shot. He had him beat and was bringing the puck around to get a good play on Trechuk. Now watch here. This Walton just using his explosive speed. And look, go around that Russian, and the Russian had the edge. Oh, no doubt about it. That's a good call by the official.
Vasiliev took him down, and this is a first for Canada-Russia hockey, a penalty shot. And Mike Walton is going to take the penalty shot here 9 minutes into the second period. It was Walton who, as you saw, had the clear break on goal. And now he's just catching his breath and getting ready to take this shot. Now, why the official indicated a delayed penalty, allowing Team Canada to pull their goalie and allow the Russians to cross the Canadian line before finally calling it, we don't know. But it is a penalty shot.
Well, I hope somewhere along the line we have that last shift played by Bobby Hull. I've seen the gentleman play a lot of just great hockey, but he made 4 checks He had 2 tries on the goal, and all his effort was coming back. All right, let's watch Walton take this penalty shot. This is sort of a dream come true. You and I were talking prior to the start of the game.
The puck's at center ice. Walton moves up to it now, and let's watch. Walton alone on Tretiak. Blocked by Tretiak. He went for the slap shot.
I really thought he was going to give him the big deep. Watch how far Tretiak's out of the net. I watched Mike take penalty shots. Look at here. Tretiak at the top of the crease. Pretty tough to put it in. You'd have to put it between his legs. But all during the practices that I've watched since joining the tour, Walton's walked in the goalkeeper, give the fake, taken the puck to his backhand and tucked it upstairs. If he'd have tried it there, it might have worked.
So Tretiak beats Walton. The score remains 3-0. Face-off to the right of the Soviet goal. Serge Bernier on the ice with Poole, Mahovlich, Schmier, and Rick Smith. Shadrin on the face-off for the USSR. He's got Yakushev out there with him and Lebedev. Shadrin comes away with it now to Yakushev. Right side relay for Shadrin, number 19. Back for Yakushev. Yakushev carries on against Mahovlich, works the puck around in behind the Team Canada goal, swings it in front of the crease. It is loose there. Cheevers has it go by the goal. They pile up. It's cleared way back here. Here's a drive blocked by number 17, Rick Smith, and Bernier right there too, as Cheevers was out of position. Schmier takes a run in the corner. There's going to be a penalty, I believe. The Soviets carrying on, pulling their goalie. It is blocked. Tretiak now leaves it there. The Soviets on the delayed penalty still have that puck until Team Canada touch it. On the right side, in across the line is Lebedev. Lebedev gets it across to Petrov. Petrov back to number 5, Lyapkin, and finally Mahovlich has it, and the penalty will be called against Team Canada. With the score, Canada 3 and the Soviets nothing. This is Game 2 from Toronto.
2 minutes for slashing. Time.
Frank Mahovlich gets the penalty for slashing for Team Canada at 9:44 of the second period. So the Russian power play becomes operative again. It was not Schmier with a slamming check in the corner, but Mahovlich for something out in front of the goal. Backstrom out on the penalty-killing team with Mark Howe, Tremblay, and Stapleton. Valerie Harlamov coming up across the line, trying to split that defense, could not do so, and Tremblay plays it out. Race for the puck in there. Mark Howe's offside. Backstrom has to wait. Now he swings in with Howe. Too far for Backstrom. Still there. Ralph Backstrom has a call behind him. Gets the shot now and gets it. Rebound. Backstrom again off the side of the goal. 3 great scoring chances while Team Canada was shorthanded. Gusev on the right side for Petrov inside the Team Canada line. Down for Mikhailov, too far. Pat Stapleton now will try to slow things down in the corner. Lost it. Stapleton again has it with Tremblay. Tremblay helps him out and works it out of there. J.C. Tremblay will now take some time, looping around in his own zone. Back to Pat Stapleton. We have a minute left of the Frank Mahovlich penalty. It is relayed down in behind the Soviet goal. What great scoring opportunities there just a moment ago in front of Tretiak. Mikhailov lost it to Bruce McGregor. He's going into a break. McGregor shoots. Tretiak stops. The rebound is out there. Finally picked up by number 16, Petrov. Wide open end-to-end hockey on this Russian power play attack. Harlamov across. Vasiliev shoots. Blocked by Gerry Cheevers. Good save off to the corner. 25 seconds left now on the penalty. Petrov. Open wing pass for Harlamov. Got off Bruce McGregor back to center ice. The Soviets look a bit disheartened right now. They haven't got the zing that previous Soviet power plays have shown us on tours of Canada. Mikhailov just leaves the puck right there. They're even changing on the go now. They've given up on this attempt to score as Frank Mahovlich is back on the ice. 8 minutes and change left in the second period. 3-0 Team Canada. It is shot by Henderson down the ice for an icing call. I'm
going to borrow a phrase from your football buddy. they split the seam on that power play, and the Canadian team, when they're killing the penalty, just has to slip the player furthest from the puck into the middle, because the Russians walking through the middle, and the only good scoring chance they had in that last 2 minutes was when they just did just that, put a man through the middle.
That's about how Coach Jackson would call it, Howie. Here's the face-off now. Bobby Howe brings it out of the pass to McKenzie. Hopped over his stick. McKenzie shoots it down as the linesman got in the way. Took a tumble there. Pass right in front for Lacroix. Oh, again, Kretschak with a super save for the Soviets. Schmier keeping it in. All around that goal. The Soviet defense totally disorganized and knocked off balance. McKenzie cuffed number 3 Luchenko as he went by. Johnny McKenzie turned around finally by Kuznetsov, and the Soviets break out to center ice. Kapustin, number 8, on the left wing with Kodev and Maltsev. Stick check by Paul Schmier, and back comes Team Canada. Lacroix with McKenzie, left side Bobby Hull, feeding it across just behind him. And number 29, Kotov, has it for the USSR as Team Canada will change now. Offside on that check inside the line with Lacroix trapped. 7:18 remaining. Bobby Hull with 2 goals the other night, 1 tonight and 1 assist, has 4 points. He with Lacroix and McKenzie, that line, the top scoring performers in the series with a total of 4 points apiece. The Soviets, well, Harlamov has 2 points. He's the best on the USSR side. 3-0 with 7:18 remaining in the second period at Maple Leaf Gardens. Face-off now for Bernier against Shadrin. Number 5, Lyapkin. Pass hopped over a stick on the far side of the blue line to rookie Lee. Lee works it down to the Russian zone. Sagankov, veteran of the U.S. for the Olympic and the World Championships for the USSR. Now it's coming up after that great body check to Shadrin. Lebedev has his shot blocked by a sprawling Brad Selwood. Loose beside the goal, in front of goal! Number 15, the veteran Alexander Yakashev breaks Cheevers' bid for a shutout.
Well, it had to come sooner or later, and you get the feeling now, at least I'm getting the feeling, that Canada is trying to make the score 4-0 or 5-0, but they get a lucky bounce here, and again, in front of the net is not covered. We send 3 fellas in behind, and Yakashev just too good a hockey player not to keep off the score sheet.
He's playing with a hip injury and also a suspected shoulder injury. For a while was a doubtful starter. He's come on to be as strong as ever tonight. Yakashev makes it 3-1. Here's a break for Paul Henderson alone. He shoots, and Kretschak robbed him again. 13:09, the time of that goal. Shadrin set it up for the Soviet Union for Yakashev. In the corner, they'll freeze the puck. 6:33 to play in the second period.
Don, we can't miss too many like that. For the number of chances we've had, we're not making intelligent plays when we go in on Kretschak. Henderson held him there. All he had to do was bring it to his backhand and put it in, but he shot it right at Kretschak. And I think the last 3 times that we've had good scoring opportunities, we've made Kretschak look good. Now it's 3-1, and we duck down a little bit or get caught in the change or get a foolish penalty. It's 3-2, and we're right back in the ball game. Fellas have to toughen up or get that 4th goal and get it quick.
McGregor shot wide off the draw. Now he gets a second chance. Fed from Tremblay. A relay for Paul Henderson. He could not connect on it. Number 16 is Petrov moving out for the USSR. Mikhailov on the right side works away from Stapleton, who finally hits the puck with a high stick, and they whistle it down. Mr. Kulagin and the Soviet officials in behind the USSR bench. Knowing his team needs more than the 1 goal, but perhaps that goal will spark them now. Not from the Soviet team we've seen in previous games. Again, Henderson getting a long lead pass. Feeds it back. Here is Walton alone, and he's robbed again by Kretschak. He will dream about Kretschak in the form of nightmares tonight.
Hey, maybe he is that great. Look at this body check. Isn't that something else?
Over the top. Henderson going down. Then Walton getting the chance. Another chance. And Kretschak beat him again. Well, like the other night, this game, without Kretschak's great work and perhaps a little erratic shooting, would be a total runaway, Howie. Now here's Harlamov moving it out for the USSR. Gets it out to center ice, gets bumped by Rick Smith. Harlamov gives him Lacroix a return check there, took him down. Bobby Hull, a little bit behind him, now chops it down to Tretiak. Vasiliev, number 6, with it for the Soviet Union. Gusev. Well, he can't control it very well either. And now Bobby Hull will have to wait for Johnny McKenzie to come out. He does. Fires it across the line. Here's Lacroix getting set. Right at Tretiak's stick. Low drive. Did not get a full piece of that puck. Now here's Petrov. Left side. Circling in front for Harlamov. He was covered by Bobby Hull. Vasiliev. Petrov left it there for Paul Schmier. We've got about 5:15 to play in the second period. 3-1 Team Canada. Here's Hull to Lacroix. Shooting. Blocked by Vladislav Tretiak once again. Pass captured by Kapustin. Over on the right side. Now in the middle for Vasiliev. Swings across the Team Canada blue line. Cheevers stops it there. Kapustin checking on Schmier. Almost won the puck. Now Bobby Hull has it. Hull against Mikhailov. Sticks go high behind the goal. Play goes right on. Back to the point. They can't trap it. It'll slide down the ice, but will not go far enough to be called for icing. Indication of a delayed penalty against Team Canada here from the referee. We did not catch the infraction, but the Russian goalie is coming out. Kapustin now on the attack to Maltsev. Maltsev bumped by Schmier, carries on in the corner, centers it right at the crease there, and Cheevers hangs on. And the penalty is going to be against Team Canada. Looks like Lacroix coming off. Did you see the infraction, Howie?
Oh, I didn't. I'm sitting here shaking my head about that goaltender. You know, it's...
Well, Bobby Hull was in some rough stuff back in the corner just about the time the penalty was called, but the penalty goes to number 7, Andre Lacroix. Here he is against Mikhailov. Hello there. I'm Bobby Hull.
And how did Lacroix get the penalty?
It happened elsewhere.
Canada penalty to number 7, Andre Lacroix. 2 minutes for high sticking.
High sticking is the
time 15:39.
At 15:39. Now from the face-off, they work it out across the line. Down went Mark Howe, sandwiched. And Yakushev, the scorer of the only Soviet goal tonight, now swings away from Mark Howe. He got just a piece of him. He's at center ice, at the blue line, being hounded there by Ralph Baxter, who got it away from him, and they shoot it back down the ice to Sagankov. Soviets trailing 3-1. 3:50 left in the period. 1:25 and the penalty to Andre Lacroix. Here is Yakushev across the line with Lebedev. Pass to Lebedev. Cheevers coming way out. They pass it right in front to Shadrin over his stick as Cheevers was out of the goal. Here's Shadrin. Yakushev waiting to make the play. And it's intercepted and shot away by Mark Howe. 1 minute left now in the Team Canada penalty. Sagankov, the veteran Soviet defenseman, across the line as the defense backs in. Yakushev across to Lebedev. Lebedev the play, and a shot just wide by Lyapkin. Lyapkin again for the USSR. Setting, passing it, deflected. Stapleton got a piece of it, and now here's Paul Henderson with Bruce McGregor. Across the line, long shot. Rebound. Oh, just missed it skating in. Shadrin feeds it ahead to Lebedev. Too far for Yakushev. 25 seconds to go in Lacroix's penalty. And off the center boards on the stick of Sagankov. Got away from Bruce McGregor. Steps inside the line. Soviets changing on the go now, late in this power play. Lyapkin to Sagankov. Almost out, but he traps it there. On the right side, taking lots of time to set it up, is Kapustin. Back to Sagankov. And the penalty is now expired. Lacroix is on the ice. McGregor chops at it. Lacroix comes to pick it up and starts up the left side into the center ice area against Sagankov. Could not get there in time. We have just over 2 minutes to play in the second period. 3-1 for Team Canada is the score. Maltsev now inside the line. Getting it back for Kotov. Kotov. And a pass go through some legs into the corner of the Soviets. Right in front. Here's Kotov, and Cheevers stopped him right there. Down the ice is a free pass for Mike Walton. Taken down in the corner by Sagankov. As Team Canada now will change. The Hull line is coming out. And play is whistled down for an offside pass back inside the blue line. Our overall performance game recorder indicates that in terms of passing and checking and shots, Ricky Lee and Brad Selwood have done their job. They rate them +2 on the night so far. There's Johnny McKenzie, a big contributor to this cause in 1974 with his hustle and desire and his performance on the line with Bobby Hull. Andre Lacroix at center. Smith and Schmier on defense now with a minute and a half approximately left in the second period. Vladimir Luchenko plays it for Kotov on the right side, broken up by Hull. Maltsev wins it. Hull rides him out. Leaves the puck there for Paul Schmier. Schmier in trouble beside his goal, got away from Maltsev. Now watches Kotov. Comes up the right side of the pass to McKenzie, and that's chopped back in behind the goal as Team Canada wait to organize properly. Get it to the line, but Kuznetsov keeps it in. Down to the corner for Maltsev. Off the skate of Schmier back behind the goal. Smith goes down. Schmier will hang on now. He's bumped and knocked down by Maltsev. There'll be no further play. Players can have words, but it's tough to understand each other, Howie.
Well, I think Team Canada is playing it pretty smart here. They're just keeping that puck around the outside, and they're not sending anybody out to try to make that long pass. So there's a pretty good check after the whistle. Taking a page out of Canada's book. Well, we've got the Rusty talking to himself.
And a line change as the Lacroix McKenzie Hull unit will go to the bench. We have a minute and 1 second to play in the second period. 3-1, Team Canada leads. Bernier, Mahovlich, and Houle with Tremblay and Stapleton out there now. Vasiliev lost it to Frank Mahovlich in the center ice area. Bouncing puck ahead for Houle now. Chops it down the left boards. Houle over playing on the wrong wing there. Played it inside the line. Now Gusev, number 2, ahead to 6, Vasiliev. Vasiliev's pass broken up by the big M, Frank Mahovlich. Serge Bernier almost had it taken away by Vasiliev. Now he plays it over to Pat Stapleton and back to Bernier. Checked again in there by the Soviet forecheckers. Harlamov missed the pass out. Now plays whistled down. Another high stick. They're going to have a face-off at the top of the face-off circle beside Gerry Cheevers with 30 seconds remaining. Vladimir Petrov will take the face-off for the USSR. He's got Mikhailov, 13 on his right. Harlamov, 17 on the left. Bernier, Houle, and Mahovlich for Team Canada. Bernier got it out to the blue line, held in there. The relay across, an open pass missed. Here's Houle behind the Team Canada goal now. 20 seconds to play in the period. Tipped by Mahovlich down the ice. Bernier sent in there to cover number 2, Gusev. Houle. Mahovlich overskates it. Soviets bumping at center ice. Harlamov down the left wing now. Could not beat J.C. Tremblay. We have 5 seconds left. Here's a break for Bernier. He can get his balance to get away a shot. He shoots. Tretiak hangs on at the buzzer to end the second period. Another of the many, many scoring chances that Team Canada has failed to cash in on, Howie, in this period. Serge Bernier.
Just look at him outfight the Russian for the puck here. And he gets a good shot away if he draws it. This is our problem, that Tretiak is moving out on us, knowing that our options are really cut short. Now watch Tretiak stay at the top of the crease. He knows that his defenseman is going to keep him busy, not going to give him a chance to draw the puck. And look how he goes down and spreads the leg out. Just a great save.
One of many made by Tretiak in this game and in this series. With the score, Canada 3 and the Soviets 1. This is Game 2 from Toronto. As we're getting ready now for the commencement of play in the third period here, and here's one of the spectators at Maple Leaf Gardens, Clarence Campbell, the National Hockey League president, a spectator at this game. Of course, Mr. Campbell has long been an advocate of international competition between the pros and the Soviets, the best the Europeans have to offer, and I'm sure he's enjoying it along with the rest of us. Billy Harris, the coach of this team, has to be concerned at the back of his mind about Gordie Howe's availability. As we say, Gordie was taken to hospital for x-rays. The ribs he injured in the first period, and we hope to know later about more precisely the condition of Gordie Howe. Right now, Team Canada has got the third period to play with a 2-goal lead, Howie, and how might they best approach that?
Just don't get two fellas caught, that's all. Don't go for goal number 4 or take unnecessary chances till they get goal number 2. And coming out of their own end, again, I've noticed that we're trying to sneak a man out while the Russians are down 2 goals. They've got to send 3 people into forecheck, and when we're going to make that long pass out to the fellow trying to break away to get another goal, if it's not on his stick, if it's in his skates, then the Russians are going to come up with it. We just can't take a chance in our own end.
Might add by that sign that not everybody is cheering for just one team here. Soviets have got a few spectators over, but nothing like the estimated 2,500 expected to go to Moscow for the 4 games there from Canada. Shots on goal in the first period, the Soviets outshot Canada 13-10. In the second, Canada outshot the Soviets 16-8. So 26-21 shots on goal favoring Team Canada as they come to center ice for the third period faceoff. Serge Bernier drives it back to Lyapkin ahead. The number 19, Shadrin, down the boards. Yakushev, the only goal scorer for the Soviets so far, number 15, being bumped now by Poole. He gets the puck free to J.C. Tremblay. He's being harassed in behind the goal. Plays it around the board. Shadrin had a pass out, blocked by Whitey Stapleton. Stapleton now to Houle on the right side. Across the Soviet line. Swings around Lyapkin, still has it. Centering pass, loose in there. Sagankov gave it back to him. And then it's recovered by the Soviet player Shadrin out to center ice and inside the line for number 15, Yakushev, and it's whistled down. An offside call at the Team Canada blue line. There he is, number 15, Alexander Yakushev, the top scorer in the last series for the Soviets, 7 goals and 4 assists. He got a goal tonight that for a moment looked as though it sparked his team to a more aggressive offensive effort against Team Canada. But that's the only goal they have so far. 3-1 is the score. 9:24 remaining in the first half of this period. They will change ends the 10-minute mark, of course. Now here is number 8, Kapustin, getting it back to Vladimir Luchenko. He's being watched by Mike Walton for Team Canada. Out to Maltsev. Walton poke checks him. Gets the puck to Paul Henderson, in turn taken away by Maltsev. Out to Kapustin. His pass for Kotov, broken out by Paul Henderson. Down the ice it goes. Kuznetsov gave it away to Henderson. Kotov smartly rode him off the puck and allows number 10, Maltsev, to take over. At the Team Canada line, drop pass, poorly aimed for Kapustin. Freewheeling, wide open play now, rather loose at this stage, early in the final period. Here's Kapustin being ridden off by Schmier. Got it in front, though, and Cheevers with a glove out will hold on. But Maltsev gets a little roughing up at the edge of the Team Canada crease. The third game is coming up in Winnipeg on Saturday afternoon. That'll be a 2 o'clock Eastern start. Here's Kapustin coming in on Schmier.
Watch Schmier finish the check. This is the key. Greetings. When you hear that thump, when a fella goes by the post, watch Schmier, reach for the puck, try to take him now, come up here. And the Russians know every time they handle a puck, that's what they're going to get. They'll be tiptoeing through the tulips.
Petrov in the faceoff gets a backhand shot, a rebound opportunity. He scores. It's in the goal. It is 3-2. That red light is on. The official has not stopped the play. The puck definitely went in. The red light went on. The play's going right on here. I can't understand it, Howard. The Soviets are protesting at the bench. The officials are totally confused, but play is going right on. Here is Bobby Hull now. They'll call him offside of the blue line and try to collect their thoughts. The officials now are being challenged by number 13, Boris Mikhailov, but unless my eyes were deceiving me, Howie, that puck was in and out.
Well, from up here, I'd have to say it was in, and nothing else but the angle that it come out on. It had to hit the top of the net, in behind, and come straight down. Just a series of Canadian players again.
There it is.
Hit the crossbar? No, it hit dead center in the net. Watch
right in the net and out again. The Soviets, the goal judge had the light on for a good 6 or 7 seconds. Here's a good look at it. That's in the net. No question about it, a goal for the USSR. But the officials who were earlier confused at a penalty shot, let play go on, have ignored this one. From Toronto. Don Chevrier with Howie Meeker at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Billy Harris has his team 2 goals up with 10 minutes of the second game of the 74 Soviet-Canada series still to be played. And the Soviets are not out of this one yet. Ralph Backstrom shot the puck on the faceoff down to the blue line. Bruce McGregor. Henderson sweeping in, shoots. Oh, robbed him again. Coming out to cut down the angle on Paul Henderson. Now here is Stapleton right in front. Relay was tipped and blocked by Tretiak. Right off the stick of Bruce McGregor in front of the Soviet goal. Early pressure here from the faceoff by the Canadian team. Alexander Yakushev at the Team Canada line. Had it taken away by Tremblay, kept in by Lyapkin. Down to the corner to Yakushev with Lebedev in behind. Bumped by Pat Stapleton. Now J.C. Tremblay has it. And then has it taken away, tied up by 2 Soviet players. A pass for Yakushev. Intercepted smartly and cleared away by Bruce McGregor to center ice. Walton has it drift off his stick, and back out to center ice they come, shooting it into the crowd of the Team Canada bench with 9:06 to play in the hockey game.
Here's a great pass, but certainly watch Tretiak right here when he realizes that Team Canada player is going to shoot. There's a defenseman just leaving the front of the net unprotected. Watch Tretiak. There you see him back in the circle. Now look at here. Look at him come out. Stand up and come out.
Beautiful.
He's a goalie.
The Soviet media here have announced they'll present a gold medallion award to the most gentlemanly player after the 4 games in Canada. We'll have the winner for you after our game in Vancouver on Monday. Pass too far for Bobby Hull. McKenzie shoots it in. Tretiak comes out to stop it in behind. Leaves the puck for Kuznetsov, who gets it up for Kapustin. Relayed down the ice. Icing has been waved off. Cheevers will handle it there and leave it for Paul Schmier, who's had a lot of ice time tonight. He's played exceedingly well, number 18. Schmier of the Cleveland Crusaders. Now Lacroix having trouble against the Soviet defenseman Kuznetsov. Into the boards they go. Bobby Hull on the far side. They'll tie it up. Kuznetsov gets a stick up high against Lacroix, and Schmier is all too eager to help out. (3-1) for Canada. 8:27 to play in the final period. Very warm here in Maple Leaf Gardens tonight. I understand tickets were being offered for in excess of $100 a pair just before this game. Indicative of the tremendous interest in this 1974 Team Canada Soviet series. Gerry Cheevers strong in goal for the Canadian team. As it skipped by his stick in behind the goal. Played ahead now by Bernier out to center ice. Backstrom always hustling, looking for that puck, just missed it. Now a relay is broken up by Bernier. Here's Backstrom sweeping in center ice. He got turned around, kicked it back to Tremblay. Now Stapleton. Now on the left side, here's Mark Howe getting it down to Backstrom in front for Bernier. Oh, he shot it wide, just wide of the Soviet goal. Mark Howe shoots, and a great save again by Vladislav Tretiak from behind the goal. Backstrom got taken down by Kuznetsov. A clearing pass in front of the goal. Loose for Mark Howe, still loose. Kuznetsov sweeps it off to one side. Great action again around Tretiak, the Soviet goalie. Vodanov out there now. He has not seen much ice time. Gets a shot directly on Gerry Cheevers. Stapleton drifts it up to center ice. Luchenko intercepts it there and gives the puck away to Stapleton, waiting for Bernier to get onside, and then lost it inside the blue line to Maltsev. 7:15 to play in the game. 3-1 for Canada here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Number 19, Vladimir Shadrin now moves up for the Soviet Union. Bodied partially across along the boards by Mark Howe. Howe and Shadron tie up again. Howe lost the puck there to Mikhailov. Back on the point, the shot. Vasiliev, rebound from Maltsev. Right in front, the relay. It's still loose, and Cheevers finally holds it. A dangerous Soviet thrust right there.
Hey, look, we want you to just take a look at this. How about that great save? That Cheevers is something else. 2 in a row. It's got to be a story of goaltenders tonight, doesn't it?
Certainly has. I don't see how you can go any other way in terms of choosing outstanding players. Tretiak, I felt, should have been named the other night as the outstanding Soviet player. He saved the tie for them. That went to Harlamov instead, who got 1 goal. But tonight there should be no doubt, certainly, about Tretiak and possibly Cheevers, too. Now here's Petrov on the faceoff. Schmier lost it. Mikhailov back to Petrov. Gets tangled up in legs, finally out over the blue line. Henderson's pass for McGregor was broken up. The Soviets are coming on strong here. Harlamov got taken down. There's going to be a penalty against Rick Smith. And the pressure now can be expected to mount. 6:37 to play in the game as Smith will go to the penalty box.
Take a look at the penalty right here. It's a pretty good hook. It's the hand up in high. I think the Russian played it pretty smart, too.
Canada penalty to number 17, Rick Smith. 2 minutes for holding. The time 13:23.
You kind of expect top-notch efforts from Stapleton and Tremblay, but Rick Smith and Schmier and Rick Lee and Selwood have played just extremely well.
No way you can fault this Team Canada defense corps, Howie. And now to attempt to kill off the penalty. They're going to send out their 2 top defensemen getting a lot of ice time, Stapleton and Tremblay, with McGregor up front with Paul Henderson. Whitey Stapleton. Harlamov watched him as he got it out over the blue line for Paul Henderson. Henderson against the boards with Vasiliev, and Harlamov comes in to take over. Valery Harlamov. Stapleton way up there forechecking him. Forced the play right back into the Soviet zone. Fyodorov, number 4, having trouble with McGregor. J.C. Tremblay takes over, feeds it across to Stapleton, just away from an on-rushing number 16, Petrov. Here is Mikhailov, 13, inside the line, dropping it back. The shot is wide. Into the corner goes Kharlamov, tied up by Henderson. Henderson trying to win a faceoff is alone there, and they whistle it down as Harlamov moved in. 1:11 left in Smith's penalty, 5:48 remaining in the game. 3-1, Team Canada. Wherever you are across the country and our viewers in the United States, we certainly hope you're enjoying this, the second game of the 1974 Hockey Summit Series. Game 3 from Winnipeg, 1 Winnipeg time, 2 Eastern time on Saturday afternoon. Big hand for Pat Stapleton now as he comes over to the Team Canada bench. He's not going off, just going to talk with Billy Harris and resume the tremendous ice time that he has put in on behalf of this team tonight. On the face-off, Shadrin had it go across to Tremblay. Now Stapleton breaks out ahead of him, just feeds it down the ice slowly with now a minute left in Rick Smith's penalty. Soviets forming up with Shadrin ahead to Lebedev. Across to Yakushev. Lebedev inside the blue line. Right wing pass for Shadrin. Glove to the corner by Shadrin. That turned around there by Mark Howe. It's shot down the ice. Now 40 seconds remaining in the penalty. Yakushev. Gives the puck to Shadrin. With Lebedev and Yakushev inside the line, and the pass back just trapped in time by Luchenko. Mark Howe came sliding out, could not win the puck. Number 3, Vladimir Luchenko winding up. It's loose and shot to the corner in the boards by Stapleton. Soviets with a power play on. Sagankov, Luchenko, cross to the far side. Yakushev shot, rebound, and Cheevers will hold it. We have 6 seconds left in the Smith penalty and 4:43 in the game. An important face-off coming up here. And of the 81 face-offs tonight, Team Canada is 150.
Here's the box, and here's the real good discipline by Team Canada. They just don't come out far enough, quick enough. But that's the fella they try to work open, and see them sneak number 11 in to try to move the Team Canada defenseman out of that corner.
Gordie Howe is back from the hospital after his x-rays, and we hope that they certainly proved negative in terms of any damage to the great number 9, that we'll see him in future games in this series. Here's Stapleton gulping it off the boards down the ice. That will kill the penalty. Out of the box comes Rick Smith. Team Canada back at full strength. They now change on the go. They relieve those two tired defensemen, Tremblay and Stapleton. Now Bodanoff inside the line. Batted away by Lacroix. Still at the Team Canada line. Shot up to center ice now by Bobby Hull. Left the puck there for Maltsev. Maltsev inside the line, shooting. Blocked by Paul Schmier. In behind the goal, Cheevers will trap it. 4:12 left.
Look at that Hull finish the check. I don't think he's checked like this in his career. Every time I look at the Russian face against the boards, it's number 16, Bobby Hull, that's taken him in. He's just been just tremendous.
Well, you think of Bobby Hull as a great scorer, but you see him play in this series, you appreciate what a fine all-around hockey player he really is. He's playing, mind you, with a knee he injured about 10 days ago that is not quite right yet. Now here is Schmier sending it up into the center ice area, having it again at his own blue line, getting it over now to Johnny McKenzie. McKenzie ahead for Hull. It is whistled down. There's going to be a penalty call. Rick Smith, or Lacroix, is calling for a 5-minute major. He's indicating blood to the official.
Well, Kuznetsov just two-handed him right across the head. Lacroix took him into the boards, and as Kuznetsov spun off the boards, he just cut him right across the top of the head with a stick.
Well, is it 2 or is it 5 minutes for drawing blood? We don't know yet, but the Soviet player is going to go to the penalty box and give Team Canada the manpower advantage now with 3:56 to play in the game.
Yes, and just kill the 2 minutes. We don't need another one. Just tremendous to sit up here and watch these fellas represent hockey and represent Canada and just work so hard.
16:04.
Gives you tremendous pride.
Maltsev is penalized for high sticking. Little under 4 minutes left now. The Soviets in a desperate situation, trailing by 2, a man short. They play it down the ice. Pat Stapleton, who's killed penalties, gone with Team Canada power plays, seen regular service, had an all-around fine night. Now swings out, being harassed from behind. He's taken down. No penalty is called. McKenzie behind the goal, centers it out. The shot just wide by Bobby Hull. Good, strong wrist shot by Hull, missed the mark. Back to Tremblay, across to Stapleton. Stapleton shot. Kritchak handles that. Hull played it across. Lacroix could not relay it. Behind the goal now for Lacroix, number 7. Waiting for his chance. Back to Tremblay. Over to Stapleton. Down to Bobby Hull. Lacroix's in front. But it comes back to Stapleton. Hull again. Waiting. Shooting it across the goal mouth. Back to J.C. Tremblay. His shot deflected. He scored! Off Lacroix and into the goal.
You know, everybody says, why don't we shoot the puck? Shoot the puck, shoot the puck. That's one thing in 12 years I heard more than anything else. Shoot the puck. It has to go in. If you get it at the net, there's so many things can happen.
Howie, this one off the Soviet defenseman, I believe, Kuznetsov. Let's watch, number 12.
Hit his stick right there. Poor Kritchak had an eye, beat on it, had to shift gears and couldn't get back.
We've had 4 goals scored during penalties in this series so far. That was the 4th. And it's 4-1 for Team Canada with 2:57 remaining. People are happy in the gardens and happy across Canada, I'm sure.
Andre Lacroix.
They give it to Lacroix.
Assist, number 16, Bobby Hull.
The Russians might take
And number 3, J.C.
out of our
Tremblay.
book. I mean, we shoot the puck.
Tremblay and Hull at 17:03 get the assist. Lacroix is waving at the official saying, I did not score the goal, it was Hull. They may change it, they should change it later. Here is Harlamov now with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. His team down 4-1. Up to the center ice area. Petrov inside the line. Cheevers puts the stick out. It goes to the corner. Houle ties up. Mikhailov in there for a face-off. And they're going to correct that goal.
J.C. Tremblay.
Tremblay will get it.
Assist number 7, Andre Lacroix, and number 16, Bobby Howe.
It was Tremblay's shot, of course, that was redirected into the goal by the Soviet player Kuznetsov. Typical of Lacroix, not wanting to take advantage, or the assumption that he might have touched the puck, promptly told the official, no, I did not. It is Tremblay's goal. Now here's Petrov to Mikhailov at 2:15 to play. Into the corner for Serge Bernier, the big center from the Quebec Nordiques. He and Rick Smith in there against Petrov, and there'll be a face-off. 2:09 left now, and there's J.C. Tremblay.
That Schmier just gave Mikhailo a pretty good going over just off the left side of the net. Golly, he's played well tonight.
Howie, strange coincidence, with 2:09 left, the score reads the same as the final score the last time in 1972 here in Toronto, 4-1 for Team Canada.
Well, I feel like the weight of the world's been taken off my shoulders. Never so happy to see a goal go in.
It took a tremendous amount of pressure off this Canadian team because the Soviets were pressing. And now they must catch up in a hurry. It's an almost impossible task with just 2 minutes left now. Stapleton shovels it across the blue line. Sagankov away from Mike Walton. Now checked by Walton, who did a great job of hanging in there. Henderson comes in to help out. In behind the goal, Luchenko goes down. Sagankov gets it up on the right boards, and again Henderson is swirling and checking and attacking as he has all throughout this game. Now here's number 19, Shadrin, leaving it for Lebedev. Lebedev hounded by Bruce McGregor, the right winger. Up to center ice finally for Yakushev with Shadrin. Just missed a check from Stapleton. Hangs onto the puck inside the line. Still in Soviet control. Here's Luchenko trying to backhand it down. It's shot out by Pat Stapleton with 1 minute and 15 seconds to play. Team Canada 4 and the USSR 1. Lebedev. Cross the line. Into the corner away from Tremblay. Centers it out. McGregor intercepts. There's going to be a penalty. I think the infraction was on Lebedev as he swung around the net and took a bit of a chop from J.C. Tremblay, and it should be a slashing call.
I kind of think maybe when Lebedev made the deke out here close to the blue line, J.C.'s stick come up and caught him high in the face.
Here he is coming across the line.
Now watch his stick. Got it kind of high.
High sticky. He brought it up in there. Gave him a chop in the corner later on, too.
Yeah.
Now here's number 3, Luchenko.
For good measure.
With only 50 seconds remaining, and Backstrom forward checking tenaciously in there to win a face-off in the Soviet zone. And listen to the applause. You just can't help being a fan of this team, can you, Howie?
Sure can't. Class all the way. You know they're dying out there, but look at them dig.
Bodanov, number 24, on the left side, gets it across to Anisin. He's been used sparingly in this game. Kuznetsov, center ice as Matsev fell, then recovered. Soviets quite disorganized now. Only 25 seconds to play. This crowd may count them down soon. Here's Backstrom coming back as the Soviet player comes across the line. Kuznetsov, it is offside. The pass to Bodanov, and we have only 18 seconds left. That applause you hear from the Gardens fans and from Howie Meeker sitting right next to me. The line of Paul, Lacroix, and McKenzie, they got 7 points in the first game, 7 points in this game. A super performance, 14 points of the series so far. Now the puck down behind the Soviet goal. This crowd here is going to give them a standing ovation at the finish. We're down to the final 10 seconds of play now. At center ice, Bobby Howe with the puck, trying to kill this penalty off. 3 seconds left now. Comes out to center ice. They stopped it at 3 seconds for a face-off. A happy, happy crowd at Maple Leaf Gardens, and I'm sure millions of happy viewers across the country as Team Canada is 3 seconds away from a victory following an opening game tie in this 8-game series. 2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. Team Canada beats the USSR 4-1 in a great performance here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. With the final score, Canada 4 and the Soviets 1. This is Game 2 from Toronto. And in just a moment, we will have the outstanding players as judged by a panel of sports writers and broadcasters.
Ladies and gentlemen,
at this game tonight.
A
And
panel
here it
of
is.
Canadian and Soviet sports writers and broadcasters have selected the 2 most valuable players of this game, who will receive the new prestige set of the 2nd series of Olympic coins just released for sale this week. Making the presentation will be the Honorable Bryce Mackesy, the Postmaster General. The most valuable player for the Soviets, Vladislav Tretiak. And now the most valuable player for the Canadian team, Gerry Cheevers.
Igor Cherekov is our interpreter. We'd like to talk to Vladislav Tretiak for a moment. I wonder if you would ask Vladislav exactly what his thoughts were on the Mike Walton penalty shot. That was on the penalty shot.
Как штрафной удар выдержал?
Как? Он очень примитивно действовал.
He said that the shot was made very primitively.
Я
It was
выкатил,
a very
что
primitive
он
shot.
бросил, и никаких у него ложных моментов не было.
He didn't try even to sort of make a foul move or something, and he shot straight.
That surprised him, did it?
Это тебя удивила простота и примитивность?
Я думал, что у них будет бить такой более техничный, а это просто как-то.
He expected it to be a more complicated shot, but it was very primitive. That's right.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, sir. Right. Gerry Cheevers. Gerry Cheevers, if you keep going like this, there's no way you're going to get a rest.
Well, I don't know, you sort of get up for games like this, you know. That's part of the battle, getting up. I tell you, I'm awful tired. This halfway through September, we played 2 games in 4 nights. It's tired.
What was the toughest penalty? It had to be the third, I guess, huh?
I don't know. Oh, the toughest period, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think when you're only up by 2, I'd rather be up by 1 goal or 3 or 4 goals, not 2. For some reason, you know, if they get a goal, it gives them some momentum to come back. But I was just, listen, they try to knock our defense, and they're just super, boy. Believe me, they're playing so good. I'm seeing most of the shots and everything like that. I think it's going to be a super series.
Strange, that's the department that everybody thought was going to be the weakest, isn't it?
I think so. But, you know, they underestimate guys like Paul Schmier and Rick Smith. They're just super, super hockey players, boy. And people, NHLers and writers that follow them, they don't know this. And, you know, I think they're learning pretty quick, though.
Well, I'll tell you, Gerry Cheevers is a heck of a hockey player, too. Congratulations. Good win. Let's hope it continues all through the series. Thank you very much.